What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm excited for tonight. Are you?
I am. All right, so we're back to the live. This is our last and final. Well, it's not our final live. We're going to keep going live.
Yeah.
But we did talk about in the prior episodes that we are starting a podcast, and we're going to start bringing people into this live. And you want to explain like how we're going to be doing it and how it's all going to work and the new YouTube channel and everything like that?
Yeah. So some of you already subscribed to the Hustle and Muscle podcast on YouTube. So thank you for that. If you have not done so already, make sure that you subscribe. So what we're going to do is film live just like this every week. And the video is not going to be made public after we film. So we're going to then pull it and put it onto the new channel. So that's kind of like where it's going to go right now.
Yeah. So people can, you guys can watch us film this live. So when we're filming it, if there's any, like if somebody says something stupid or kind of goes on a rant, and then maybe later we decide like it wasn't the best thing to put out there. Once it's done being taped, we'll pull it back off the channel. We're going to edit the video and put the final product out on the new channel. So I think it's going to be fun for people to be able to tune in live. And then we're also at the end, we're going to try to get through and get to some of the questions when we have the guests on here. So it makes sense to tune in live, and that way you can get some of your questions out. But we do have an email address. Did you mention that?
No, I did not. So later on tonight, we're going to let you guys know our first guest that we're going to have on next week. We're very excited. But that being said, if you have questions for a guest at any time, or for us, I mean, if you have questions that you want to shoot out and we can answer, the following week, it's the Hustle and Muscle podcast spelt out at gmail.com. And it looks like Chris put it up on the screen.
You guys can see it up there. Then if we said it once, people will be like, what did they just say?
Yeah.
Once we, each week when we let you guys know who the next guest is going to be, if you guys have questions or if you want to like bring something up or bring it to our attention, you could send it to us and we'll kind of filter through those and we'll pick out some of the questions. So if your question doesn't get picked, don't be upset, especially if you write a question that's inappropriate for YouTube, probably not going to get answered. Or if there's topics that the person on the show doesn't want to talk about, we're probably going to filter your question out. But I mean, ask it. You never know what's going to get put on the, what we're going to choose. And so it does make sense to stay active and come to the live videos on her channel. And also make sure that you subscribe to the new YouTube channel. We kind of posted about it on social media. And overnight we had 100 subscribers. So I thought that was pretty awesome. We don't even have content on the channel yet. And we have 100 subscribers. So I was really excited about that.
Yeah.
And as usual, I put up there before that this episode is sponsored by Fitvine Wine. So cheers to that. And
cheers
to them.
To that.
You've been sponsored by Fitvine Wine now for like.
They're literally my oldest sponsor.
Yeah. Like 3 years, I would say, right? 4 years. Has it been more than that? 5 years?
2014. 7 years.
Does that make us bad people for drinking that much wine? Could you imagine if they went through their record book and checked how much wine they sent us?
I don't trust people that don't drink wine. I'm totally kidding. It's totally okay not to drink alcohol.
We're going to announce who the guest is for next week in a few minutes. But if you guys have any predictions or guesses, who you think it's going to be, comment the names in the chat section on the side there, or if there's people that you want to see on the show, put their names there as well. Because every time you guys enter their names, we do save those people. We put their names in a list and we try to like categorize them and see if we can start reaching out to them and see if we can like book a date for them. So we do have this week already, next week.
We have next week planned out and the week after actually planned out. So
and then the third week, my question to you guys, if you can answer this quickly for me, is the third week will be St. Patty's Day. So do we go live? Do we try to get a guest? Do we just wear green? Do we not film at all? Who's going to be home on a Wednesday night when it's St. Patty's Day, and who would tune in?
So yeah, let us know what you guys think about that, about St. Patty's Day.
Howard Stern. That would be a huge guest. I'd probably have to pay him a lot of money to bring him on the show. And I'm
not prepared to do that yet, but
unless he works for wine, we could probably hook it up there. Some other names that I just saw. Rich Builds and Jack Jessica. Two more people. Those are also great people too.
Yeah.
And I think both of them actually know about the podcast already.
Yes, they both do know about the podcast. We talk frequently.
So we did talk a little bit about the logos.
Oh, you can see it in the screen in the corner.
Yeah, we have the background, so we bring people on. This might mute me real quick, but you'll be able to see the background and the actual logo. So that was the logo, and you could also see it's up in the top corner there as well. Mm-hmm. We might make that white because that kind of fades into the background a little bit. So maybe we'll make that font white.
That's fine. It's easy enough.
But I will say, Kristen made that logo for us.
I do. Cool. I actually do all the logos for for the beard company, for SFB Revolution, the snakes. I mean, I've done all the logos for all that stuff. Anytime Chris comes up with like some idea that he wants to see, I create it. So this was fun.
I will also say that our first guest has been on the channel before.
Yes.
There's another hint.
That's a sneaky hint.
We got Jen Aguirre. She said she just subscribed to the podcast channel.
Thank you, Jen.
Jen, we have subscribed back to your channel as well. Tony is here.
Hello, Tony.
Tony, did you see the flag yet on social media? Did you send her any pictures yet? The flag up on the wall?
Oh my God. Did I send you pictures?
Tony, did you see the flag? It's ginormous.
It looks amazing. The problem is we talk about it like now, and then I forget when I'm in the gym.
So we did talk about the logos. I feel like we're moving along pretty quick here.
Yeah.
We got 41 people in here, guys. Everybody, if you can, hit the thumbs up on this video, and I'd really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. I think it helps out. So let's talk about real quick what about the intro video? We have an intro. We actually made an intro video for your channel and for the podcast. Do you guys want to see that?
We're getting fancy with our Adobe skills.
And we're getting better with this StreamYard thing. We're actually figuring out we're starting to look like a real production. So let's go to on Kristen's videos on her YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. You want to show them the new intro for your channel?
Yeah, and nobody's seen it yet.
All right, you guys ready for this one? This will be
for the first time ever.
Yeah. What do you think about that? I think that one's so cool.
I know. I really like it.
It's so awesome.
I don't really care if you don't like it because I like it.
Yeah, we're not changing it. It's staying. So that's going to be for Kristen's videos. And then you guys want to see the unveiling of the intro for the podcast. Here it is. You guys get to see it first. It's playing it here live. We haven't posted this anywhere yet, right?
No.
All right, ready? 3, 2. What do you think? Hurry up and comment. Do you like it or not? What do you think?
What do we think?
I think the vibe, it's so exciting. I absolutely love it. It's so much better than the one on your channel.
Craig said short. What? Craig said short intro is the move.
Yeah. Same thing with that one. That second one for the podcast is only, I think, 10 seconds, 9 or 10 seconds long. Mm-hmm. But I think it's like perfect.
Yeah. Like, you know what it is. Boom. We hit you with it and we're good to go.
I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to do it one more time because I love it that much.
Oh my goodness. Did you
Okay, I'm done with that.
Okay. Did you see what I did though?
What did you do?
You didn't pick up on it. I put my name first.
Oh yeah, I know. I left it. Yeah, but did you see the bottom of the screen right now? Whose name's first here?
Tony said awesome.
All right. Well, Tony said it's good, so it stays.
Yep.
It's official.
Thank you, Tony.
All right. So we got through the logos. We got through the
Michael Wall said it was
introduction.
impressive and awesome.
Yeah, I'm still excited to announce the first guest.
I am too.
But it's hard because we really can't talk about the person after we announce it because next week is when we do all the talking.
Right.
So, but this will let people to. Should we just do it?
I don't know.
It's like ripping off a Band-Aid. You guys ready? You want to know who it is? Do you want to know who the first guest is? We need 3 yeses, and then we'll move on.
Yeah.
We need 3 people to say yes. All right, we got 1 yes.
Richard Rodriguez says yes. Chad says yes. Russ says yes. Jen says yes. Michael
All
right. Here we go.
Here it is. Our first guest.
3, 2, 1.
It's just the butt goes down and then you squeeze like you're trying to eat your pants.
You want your butt to eat your pants.
You want your butt to eat your pants. Was that accurate?
Yeah. So our first guest, first episode is none other
than Jen Aguirre.
Blackstone Labs athlete.
who, let me just tell you guys, on my videos, she gets requested the most out of like everybody I film with.
Russ said it.
Yeah. I mean, she gets requested all the time. Everybody wants us to film more. And truthfully, she's such an awesome person. We have so much fun filming together and lifting heavy together.
All these guys want to see more of Jen. I'm not sure what it is.
Something about
people are gonna be like, can she bring her glutes to the podcast?
Can she bring Jen, can you bring your glutes?
Bring your glutes, please.
I enjoy her glutes.
Yeah. So that's going to be filmed live next Wednesday, same time. We're going to do 9:30.
8:30. 30 minutes earlier. So normally we do 9 o'clock.
So that's 5:30 her time.
5:30 her time. Yes.
6:30, 7:30. Right. That's right. 5:30 we're doing it.
Yes.
Well, it's going to be out. We're going to announce it a couple times throughout the week.
Yes.
So any questions? Make sure that you guys, if you have questions for either of us, send them in, and or if you have questions for Jen, send those in as well. I'll put the email up here. I'll leave it up here on the bottom so you guys have it. But we want questions sent in. When you send it in, also, what would help is make sure you put your name. You don't have to put your last name if you don't want to.
Name and maybe where you're from.
Yeah, you can put your name, and also like the city and state that you're from would be great. And so at least that way you can get a shout out to.
Yes, 5:30. Jen confirmed. That's what I thought.
It's in her books. It's official.
In her books. She penciled us in.
Yeah. So, and then, get all your questions in. We'll try to get through as many as we can with her. Mm-hmm. And, but other than that, I don't want to say too much about her because I want you guys to like hear it all from her next week. I'm
so excited though.
Yeah. And the good thing is you don't have to do much to make Jen talk.
Oh no, she loves to talk.
I think you could ask her probably one question and I think she could just answer it for about 2 hours and we should be good to go.
Yeah, that'll be great.
So we actually might not get through many questions,
right.
But no, she's a good person.
She's laughing.
Yeah, she can't deny that. So and probably Jen, we're gonna need you in probably like a tank top. You got to bring those capped delts to the show. Mm-hmm. So we will need you in a tank top. That's probably like sexual harassment in the workplace. I probably can't say that.
But she's not like employed by us.
As long as we don't pay her.
Do I have to tell you what to wear?
No, you cannot tell me what. No, that's sexual harassment.
Oh.
And you actually have to disclose our relationship to HR. There's a form. I left it on your desk. You have to fill that out.
Is Mr. Josh the head of HR? He's sleeping at his desk.
Josh is in charge of the HR department. You have to disclose our relationship.
Oh boy, we're in big trouble down here.
Yeah, so make the questions good, and we'll try to get your question on the podcast. And make sure that you guys go. If you don't already, go subscribe to Jen's. You can see that Jen's in the chat now. So if you click on her, you could probably like right click on her name and open up a new tab, so you can get to her YouTube channel and then just subscribe to it.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
See if we can build up her YouTube channel as well. Mm-hmm. She's been pumping out videos like a lot lately.
Yeah, she's been pumping out content.
They've all been like coming up on my stream, and I have been watching quite a few.
I told her to do it when we were in Vegas. Mm-hmm. Told her activate that channel.
She could do a ton of how to build your glutes videos.
Mm-hmm. I would watch all of them.
I won't do any of the glute exercises, but I'll watch
all of them. Mm-hmm.
It's probably one of the biggest glutes on the smallest frame I've ever seen.
Yes.
When we were in California or when we were in Vegas, it was.
She's been working those glutes.
That's a compliment.
No such thing as sexual harassment. See what she did there? She said
sexual harassment. Clever. So anyway, let's get back on point.
Back on track.
I don't even know what track we're on, but so the other thing that we do need is we need suggestions. I know we have a bunch, but if there's anybody else that you guys want to see, let me know. And I'm excited. I think we had talked about doing this for a while, and I think doing a podcast. Mm-hmm. And I think the main reason is because we've done so much over the last, say, like, I don't know, what, 5-7 years?
Yeah. Of
traveling, meeting people, going to like the Arnold multiple times, the Olympia multiple times, and just I feel like we have so many friends around the country, around the world at this point, that it almost makes sense. It doesn't make sense not to do it, to bring these people on,
right?
And like talk to these people. I mean, there are people that we talk to all the time, but like, why not bring them on the show and talk about people around the country?
Yeah. Or like even like Jen, for argument's sake, we've filmed tons of videos together. We have a lot of fun filming, but you don't get to like know her through, building your glutes on a YouTube video. But now you're going to get a chance. If you don't know her already, you get to ask her questions and know her. And she's a pretty cool person to get to know.
Have a good night, Jen.
Good night, Jen. We'll see you next week.
Yes. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be a cool way for us to be able to, and with a lot of these people is, a lot of people start a podcast and then they have to try to like build those connections to bring people onto their show. So hopefully we can at least like bring friends in. And I think our friends are going to be have a lot of things in common with what everybody that subscribes to the channel, all the people in the chat and stuff. I think everybody in the chat is big into fitness and business and kind of all the same things that we are.
Right.
And so
well, we surround ourselves with people that are like-minded. They're similar to us, like want to build businesses, entrepreneurs, people into fitness, obviously. So yeah, I think it's good. I think it'll bring a lot to the table. It'll be fun. And different perspectives, like all different people give you so many different perspectives, which is so cool. And you learn so much. Morph Mixology tuned in. We were on his show yesterday.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we were on Jason's, Morph Mixology, you guys can see up there, hit the super chat button. We were on his podcast last night till, what was it our time? We finished up around maybe 12:30 or
something like that.
I think it was, Jason, what was it, like 2 hours we did on your podcast?
Maybe even a little over.
Yeah, and so we mentioned a few minutes ago about our podcast and our live video typically covers fitness, but it also covers business. And so what was pretty cool was Jason's podcast and his YouTube channel primarily is about snakes. And we talked about this last week that we were going to be on his podcast. And so we went on the channel, and I would say of the 2 hours, we spent 1 hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, so we were live for 2 hours, and then we spent about 30 minutes afterwards talking. So of the 2 hours that we were live, I think we spent probably, I don't know, what'd you say, 30 minutes talking about snakes, and 1.5 hours talking about business, entrepreneurship, taxes, business write-offs, business expenses, how to run a business.
I definitely didn't think that the conversation was going to go that route, but we spent so much time there and people had so many questions and were so interested in it, which was so cool.
Yeah. So I think it's, if that's something that you guys are in, BB Flip says, I want to get in a t-shirt design business. If you want to get into any type of business, our podcast last night would be a good way to start. It just kind of touched on a little bit of everything. Yeah. In how to start a business, things you should know if you're running a business. Right. And, we're talking about LLCs, sole proprietorships, S corporations. Yep. So it was pretty cool that we talked about things other than just snakes. So I did like that. And we actually had a lot of requests to do maybe another podcast again with Jason and do on, talking about just business. People like to talk about that kind of stuff. So I think a lot more people are starting to like branch out and go from like working a 9-to-5 job to like, how do I become my own boss? And how do I start a business about something I love? And that usually I think happens later in life. Right. I feel like most people go to college and then you're taught, go to college, get a job. And it's very scary to go to college and then start something all on your own. And a lot of people don't have the money, to start a business.
I think you were even more afraid than I was when so I don't know like how much you guys know of us, but we both worked I worked like your typical 9-to-5. Chris was a police officer, which you guys know. But there came a time where I was like, it's shit or get off the pot, if you will. Like it was like, if I don't quit my job now and run with this fitness thing, I'm going to miss the boat. And I mean, I quit my job and I flew all over the country. I went to Dubai that year. I mean, I did things that I would not have had the opportunity to had I stayed at work, because I wouldn't have had the vacation time to take to do all the things that were coming my way, which was amazing. But I looked at Chris and it took 6 months, a good 6 months. I put in notice, right? I gave 6 months notice and I told my boss I was quitting. And he was like, well, what are you going to do? And I was like, I'm an athlete and I have a training and nutrition business on the side. And this is what I'm going to do. And they laughed at me. They laughed. I had people saying, you'll be back in 6 months. Yeah. With people saying that, I was like, number one, I'm not coming back here in 6 months because then I'm going to look like a fool. And number two, I'm not going to fail. And there were struggles for sure. But ultimately, like we've ended up here and I'm pretty happy with the decisions and the progressions that we've made along the way. Yeah. But it was scary. I remember having conversations with, mentors at the time, and they were like, if you don't do it, you will regret it. And, we did it. And I quit and it's been cool ever since. So sometimes you just got to jump and and was it fight or flight?
Yeah.
You just gotta fight.
One of the things he said was, Ron said, working for yourself is awesome. I enjoy it. And it's cool because I feel like you work harder. Like when you're working for yourself, if you have your own business, like it almost doesn't, so a lot of times it doesn't feel like work. It's like you're just doing it.
You enjoy it.
Yeah, you enjoy it. You want to, if you started your own business and you absolutely hate it and don't enjoy doing what you do, then like that business probably started the wrong business. But,
right. No, it doesn't feel like work, which is cool. And we enjoy doing it, and we make our own hours. Like there are times I could go through the entire day and not do an ounce of work, and at 10 o'clock at night decide like now I'm clocking in, and like this is when I'm gonna just roll with it. And you know, we have days like that, but I mean, more often than not, we are working through the day.
And now my new hobby is like the cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
it's not a business, but it is like a stock exchange that is open 24/7. Like it doesn't shut off or close. So like, you know, sometimes if I can't sleep, I'll wake up at 3 a.m. and I just open my laptop real quick and just look at prices of stocks or of Bitcoin, like all the different coins that I invest in and stuff. And all of a sudden you wake up and like see what the market's doing. So it's kind of like, that's just for fun, but it's also a way to like make money. We talked about this last week, I think. And I think Bitcoin was at like $50,000. And I said like people should buy into it for like a long position, like buy some Bitcoin and hold it like an IRA. You put money, you invest money into your IRA, you put the money in and leave it. And so Bitcoin, right after our show, went up to like almost $60,000 a share. And then, so I was like, man, if anybody actually bought into it, that's pretty awesome. And then it went from 60,000 down to like, it hit a low of 43,000 a coin. And I was like, man, if anybody bought Bitcoin after I said that, and then it dropped to 43,000, and they were like, get scared and sell it.
But now it's on it. It's coming back
right.
up,
And then it went back up to 50. But I still think
you can't panic.
Yeah. I still think if you invest in Bitcoin right now at $50,000 a coin, and you can buy as much as $100. You don't have to buy 50,000. But you could invest money into Bitcoin right now. And I swear, I think by next year, easy, it'll be at $100,000 a coin. And people are saying, and it'll reach 200, 300,000 a coin. Right. So if you're going to buy it and hold it, I think if you have extra money that you don't care really what happens to, if you have $500 and you're like, whatever happens, invest it in Bitcoin and then just check on it next year and see what happens.
Yeah. Well, the one thing like I always say is, we talk about this all the time, don't invest money that you don't have. Like if you can't afford to lose $5,000, don't invest that $5,000. Keep it in the bank.
Hassan just said Bitcoin will reach 500K by 2024. I've seen a lot of predictions like this. It's very
possible.
And like you look at like the trajectory it's on now, it's insane. So it's one of those things that like, if you just look back at Bitcoin over the last couple of years, if you had invested at any point in time in the market and bought any Bitcoin, you'd be making tons of money right now. So some people say like, who's the guy that owns Barstool Sports? Portnoy? What's his? I forget his first name. But he was like, I don't want to buy into Bitcoin. I feel like I'm too late to jump into it now. But I still think like if it's 50,000, it's going to go up to 500,000. You're not too late in the game. Right. But his attitude is he doesn't want to be the last one on the bus.
Super chat.
Super chat from David Kaplan. Hey guys, and mainly Kristen. I think this is mainly more for you than me. Wants more cooking segments, please.
Maybe he wants you to cook.
Me to cook?
Mm-hmm.
No, he wants me to cook. I don't even want me to cook.
Maybe you throw on like just an apron.
Justin. I make cereal.
I would enjoy that.
How to make soup.
How to make chicken noodle soup out of a can.
I should make the most basic food and do a cooking video on how to make like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Ninth Ninja. I suggested my kid take a year off after high school and live a little and figure out what avenues to take. I think that is actually a really good idea.
I don't think there's any, or at least like a community college before just jumping into like Harvard your freshman year. Like go to like a community college for a lot less money and figure out what it is you want to do in life.
I got almost a full ride my freshman year to play soccer, and then I panicked. I was supposed to be a teacher. Guys, I'm really bad with children. But I wanted to be a teacher. Decided after my freshman year that this was a bad idea. This was definitely not the route I'm supposed to take, but I didn't know what to do. So I then went to community college to figure it out, got my associate's degree in business, and then transferred to a 4-year school to finish my bachelor's degree. I did all that in 4 years. But point is, I saved money by going to a community college to figure it out. There's no reason to go to a 4-year school to test the waters. Like, who just said that? Ninth Ninja. I think that's a fantastic idea. If your kid doesn't know what they want to do, let them explore a little bit, or travel if they have the means to do so. Like, go somewhere. Like, I've never been to Europe, but if it takes us there eventually, I guess maybe not with COVID, but I would have done that like back getting out of high school. I think that would have been fantastic, but we weren't brought up that way.
At the time, it doesn't sound like the responsible thing.
No, but
like backpacking through Europe doesn't make you money, and it doesn't help build a business. It's just a waste of time at that time in your life when you should be. It
is, but it isn't, because you learn so much kind of being out on your own too. There's some valuable experiences that you're never there's no other way to get those experiences. Life lessons.
Ears Up Canine. I bought $1,000 of Bitcoin in 2016, and I forgot about it. It was 13,000 then. Very possible it will go to the moon. And when I first started buying Bitcoin was this past year, and it was like $8,000 a coin. And so like it does fluctuate quite a bit. It's not like the most stable thing. Somebody said Hassan, 100K by the end of the summer. It'll blow up in a few months. Tesla buying Bitcoin will lead to other companies
really big
buying Bitcoin, and they already are. I mean, you look at there's a lot of banks starting to look into it. I think
for when Tesla did it, it's gone up like 20 grand.
The owner of Twitter, I forget what his name is, Jonathan Dorsky or something. I forget what the guy's name is, but he just bought, when it dipped to like 46,000. I think he bought like maybe 100 and something million or 1 point something million. It was something in the millions he bought of Bitcoin. So I mean, there's another person that's looking right now to buy over $1 billion of Bitcoin also. So there is a lot of movement.
Right.
So I definitely think it's I don't know. Everybody, like I said, they put money into IRAs, 401ks, and don't even think it's a bad thing at all. But the market, I think, could absolutely tank, and you could see a huge swing into like cryptocurrency. So, I mean, there's people right now that have all of their money, in crypto.
Right.
Somebody said, "Do you miss the Tacoma? Such a nice truck. I have a 2019."
I wasn't very good at driving that.
Jack Dorsey. I was close. I said Jonathan like Dorset. That was pretty close.
You said that? We're
going to
have to watch the playback.
The guy, the CEO of Twitter. I was close. Do I miss the Tacoma? I have no hate to Toyota Tacomas. I've owned 3 of them, and I've loved them all.
I just really like the Yukon.
Yeah, the only reason we got rid of it was we needed more space. We end up like driving friends of ours, and then we have a kid, and some of them have kids, and so like it's nice to have 3 rows of seating. That's the only reason I got rid of the Tacoma. Ours was the 2019 also, and I loved it, and no problems with it whatsoever.
I struggled to drive it because the long bed.
Yeah, we had the quad cab with the long bed, and then you smashed it into another car.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Can you say that on here?
Yeah, we can. I think did you report it? You hit a car and didn't Kristen.
It didn't really hit the car.
Yeah. She hit a cement pole. It wasn't a car.
I really struggled to drive that thing. And I was sober.
Is there any more wine in there?
There is. Would you get a Tesla?
Maybe.
I was gonna say I like speed, but they're supposed to be really fast, so I can't even say that.
I think if I got a Tesla, the first thing I would do is like
put an engine in it that's loud.
Get an exhaust, and then put a V8 in it or like a V10.
Is that offensive?
Oh, could you imagine like a V12 Tesla?
Oh, I should take the Mustang to drop Kylie off at school in the morning.
Or like a diesel.
Oh my goodness.
Get a diesel engine inside the Tesla.
I don't know. Like I think I like cars. The visual.
Then you got to buy the plug, right?
Right.
So when you get it home, you got to plug it in.
Parts.
So how do you? And then if you go to the gas station, like you don't just fill up like you're in a car. You don't fill up and go. You got to like plug in and then charge up your car.
And wait.
I think it takes like 20 minutes or something, right?
I don't think I have the patience.
Imagine going to the gas station. I'm going to sit there for a half hour. I don't got time for that.
I'm definitely not getting a sponsorship from Tesla.
Yeah. You should buy a Tesla, says Elon Musk. Oh, Elon Musk is in the chat. Every man needs a truck. Yeah, like I said, we've had a lot of trucks throughout the years. It's just can't hold enough people. And I don't
Right.
feel like doing any more work in this house.
Right. So that's the thing.
I'm not buying like
truck is
mulch
great.
or 2x4s.
The truck is great when you have a lot of like things you have to do, but when you don't have all the jobs around the house that you were doing in the past, it's kind of a waste of the cab. Is that what it's called? The cab?
The bed?
The bed?
Yeah, you don't put the mulch and stuff in the cab. You make a mess in there.
So we don't need the bed. It's just a waste of space. And let me tell you something. It's hard to drive with a big bed. Yep.
I hope you have a big trunk.
I do.
Because I'm putting my bike in it.
My trunk is growing.
Name that movie. We'll announce the.
Oh, so we're gonna
guest
announce
each week.
Yeah.
The week
So
prior.
next week, you guys know Jenna Gary will be on, and next week we'll talk about the guests that will be coming on the following week.
Yeah.
The new Jeep Wagoneer coming out is going to cost $100,000.
Yeah, I saw that. I think I watched a YouTube video or somebody sent me a video on the Wagoneer, and I didn't love it. If I had $100,000, I would buy the new Denali, or I would buy the new Escalade, or the new Lincoln Navigator. Most of those are going to cost over $100,000. I think you're going to spend $120,000 on a Navigator or the Escalade. How's the pool coming? It's very frustrating.
It's very frustrating. It's sitting on the side of my house. It has not moved since the filming of the original video.
Yeah. We texted the guy on Monday because finally Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday was sun.
Yeah.
We're like, dude, you coming to see the pool? Nothing. Just crickets.
Yeah, he hasn't even texted me back.
Text him now. Get him on the live. Let's bring him into the live.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
Let's bring Greg in. So the pool's just sitting there. We should just fill it up. Let's just make it an
above
ground
ground
pool.
So we've gotten
Anybody want to go to the pool tonight?
We've gotten so much rain that it literally filled up to, like, I guess where the piping will be at the bottom of the pool. It's filled up like at least a foot.
Let's go swimming tomorrow.
Go swimming?
It's supposed to rain tomorrow, isn't it?
Could you imagine the YouTube video?
Should we go swimming in it?
Oh my gosh. We wear a bikini?
Would I wear a bikini?
Yeah.
No. Why would I wear a bikini? You mean like a bathing suit?
No, like a bikini.
No, I would not. Earl said that, remember the driving the Viper video?
Yeah.
He said that he likes you were learning how to drive a stick, and then I said that you're the weakest strong person I know. How many times do I say that to you?
I think every day, at least once a day, he says that to
I
me.
swear when we moved here, like when we had to move furniture and put it in the U-Haul, she's one of the strongest people I know. And when we have to move furniture or anything, she's the weakest person I've ever met. Like, we had to pick up like a love seat that weighed probably like 60 pounds. It was just a big couch. And she's struggling to hold it, like tipping it, like, oh, it's slipping out of my hands. I was like, if this was a strongman event, you would deadlift it, press it overhead. And then like when it comes to picking up a couch and put it on a U-Haul, you act like the biggest baby in the world.
I feel like you're just picking on me now.
Oh, I feel better.
Do you guys think he's picking on me?
You couldn't put the emergency brake handle down in the Viper.
It was.
You're the only person I've ever seen who had to use two hands to pull the emergency brake up and press the button. Awkward.
Name that
show.
Name that show.
Yeah, so you are by far. Chris in a bikini would be great content.
See? You're welcome.
That's not going to happen.
Russ, I'm going to make it happen just for you.
I'm going to get a flamingo tube to wear with a little flamingo head.
Oh, it would be the same color of your shirt. It's like a pink.
This is salmon.
Oh, it would be
it's not pink,
salmon.
It's salmon.
You can wear salmon around your waist. It'd be cute. Kristen, who's your favorite Miss Olympia? Does DLB count?
Yeah,
she was a Miss Olympia.
Was she the first?
I think she was the first.
I don't know enough about bodybuilding.
I don't. She's probably the only one that I could actually name, but I'm definitely a big DLB fan.
When we watched Generation Iron on Netflix,
she was on it.
I feel like that was the most I've ever learned about bodybuilding. Yes. I don't know anything about the sport of bodybuilding at all.
You have to eat clean.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know anybody. I don't know bodybuilders.
No, you do.
I some, but I mean, like when you go to when we go to the Olympia, we hang out with bodybuilders and they talk about bodybuilding. They're throwing out everybody's names about who won this, who should have won, who was flexing against who, and I have no idea any of the names. Now, if you want to talk about like strongman or CrossFit or football or baseball, I know all those people.
Right.
But bodybuilding, I don't really know.
So you're just saying you don't know the names of people.
Yeah, and I'm learning more about the sport, but I don't know, like, you know, in the beginning when it came to like girls, like physique girls versus what are the other ones?
Bikini, wellness.
What's fitness? Wasn't that
Fitness is the one where they like have a routine.
Right. I don't even know the names of the girls' divisions. And then the guys have like bodybuilding, classic physique. You guys want a riddle?
Oh boy.
Should we do a riddle real quick?
What came first, the chicken or the egg? Okay.
Okay.
I have no idea. This is not.
Are you ready? You guys can all join in on this one. Ready? I had 6 eggs.
Okay.
I broke 2 of them.
Okay.
Then I cooked 2 of them.
Okay.
Then I ate 2 of them. How many do I have left?
6. You still have all the eggs. You just no? Okay. 4. You 4 left.
Why?
Because
I broke 2.
You broke 2.
I cooked 2. And then I ate 2.
You have to break the 2 to put into the pan. And you eat the same 2. And you cook them. So
damn it.
You didn't think I was that smart?
No, I didn't.
Oh, guys, I'm smart.
6 eggs. You break 2 of them. You cook 2 of them. You eat 2 of them.
If anybody wasn't quick enough to understand that,
I did.
I'm sorry.
I said it slow. I said it slow for you too because I knew you weren't going to get it. I said it too slow.
No, I knew. I got this.
You have 6 eggs. You break 2 of them. Then you cook 2 of them. Then you eat 2 of them. How many you have left? 4. Nobody liked my joke.
I liked your joke.
That's a dad joke.
That's a
It's a dad
joke.
riddle.
Okay. Tony said none. No, Tony, I answered it already. I don't think so. What? Now you wake up and you want to eat my fingers?
All right. So anything else you want to talk about?
He's an angry Pibbles.
We have 55 people. More people are joining as we go. We hit 50-minute mark. Usually we go for an hour. We got 10 more minutes left. I don't know if I can make 10 more minutes.
Why? Are you falling asleep on me?
A little bit. And I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hangry. The dog's hungry.
Call Brandon and Cynthia. Tell us to bring food from Island Bar.
He's got to poop. I got to poop.
That was a shameless plug to our friends.
Yeah. So if you guys just tuned in, can we do the intro one more time?
Cheers, Leo. Hey, are you guys? Is anybody missing the intro? Did you guys see the intro?
How would they have seen the intro?
Well, some people have been here. And
I'm gonna do it one more time. So in case you haven't seen it, here's the intro to our new podcast because I love it so much. Ready? Intro to the new podcast.
Here we go.
How good is it? So that's that. And we did announce, did anybody not hear who the guest is?
Oh, yeah. Do you guys know who the guest is?
We announced the guest a little bit ago.
We did.
So again, the last thing we'll say is I'll put it up here one more time. If you guys have questions, Jenna Geary is going to be on the podcast next week. She's going to be our first official guest. So if you guys want to get us questions, put your name and the city and state where you're from in the email and get us any questions that you have for us, any questions that you have for Jenna Geary.
Guys, the 50,000 subscriber giveaway.
Ooh,
don't forget.
I forgot about it.
I didn't pull a winner yet. So don't forget, go to that video, comment on it, make sure you subscribe and like the video and all that good stuff. But when are we going to do that? Thursday, Friday-ish? Is that what we were talking about?
Yeah, we didn't film the winner of it yet. Right. So what day is it right now?
We didn't pull a winner yet, which is why we didn't film it. So
yeah, we didn't. Yeah, we'll pick the winner while we're filming it. We'll do it right in the video.
Yeah,
that way
so
you guys
head
can
over.
See how we pick it, and that way nobody's like upset that they didn't get picked. Or if somebody we know gets picked, you can't get upset about it because we're gonna do it right. We'll film the whole thing. So. Would you ever get ducks and chicks again? Did you see that?
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, man.
You're pulling on my heartstrings. Chickens, no. I would get like ducks and put them in the lake behind our house.
Chickens are kind of cool. They're just like a lot of work and upkeep, and they don't they kind of know when you're they do pay attention to you.
I think
they'll follow you around and stuff. The ducks are awesome. Mm-hmm. They smell horrible. They poop a lot. Wet poop everywhere.
They're so fun.
But they're like
dogs with feathers.
Yeah, but they're so smart. And so ducks are really cool. But I said, we have the water behind the house. And I just said to you the other day, I was like, we should have brought the ducks. We should have kept them and just put them in the little lake. Yeah. We could have put food on the other side of the fence. They could come up to our house and get their food. They might leave and wander away. We might never see them again.
But they couldn't fly. So they would have to stay in the lake.
They could walk to another lake.
What other lake are they going to walk?
One of the other little waterways.
They would get ran over by a car.
There is an otter back there. I don't know if otters eat ducks. Mm-hmm. Do you imagine if we woke up one morning, the otter was just chowing down, eating our ducks? That'd be horrible.
Ducks aren't going to just hang out in the water out back. They might.
You don't know.
They might.
You don't know where they're going to go. They can't fly.
Why? Come back.
Well, our ducks couldn't fly. We had the peckins.
We had the ducks that couldn't fly.
Well, they actually called them runner ducks. I think ours were runners.
Right.
They don't fly, though.
Josh,
So the worst they're going to do is walk down the highway if they're going to get somewhere far.
they're not going anywhere. They're in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Kylie wants to go visit them.
So probably no chickens or ducks again. Unless
Right.
we move to a non-HOA.
I'm not moving again.
And if we move to a non-HOA, I'm getting a monkey. Oh, I want to get a toucan
No,
bird.
it's not happening. Guys, hell no.
Send an email to the hustlemusclepodcast@gmail.com and let Kristen know that I should get a toucan bird. Can you imagine that thing while we're filming a podcast? A Fruit Loops bird flying in the background, eating
Tell you what,
grapes?
if 100,000 people
What?
If 100,000 people say we should get a toucan, we'll get a toucan.
If we hit 51,000 subscribers, is that what you said?
No, 100,000.
100,000 subscribers, we get a toucan bird.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The day we get 100,000 subscribers, I'm getting a toucan. You're going to forget we even had this conversation.
Yep. I'm gonna delete this video. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Our time here has expired.
So tune in next Wednesday.
Tune in next Wednesday. Are you feeding me my lines now?
I'm helping you.
So tune in next Wednesday. Shoot us an email if you have questions for Jenna Geary. She is amazing, and you're really gonna like what she has to say. I'm sure she's really fun. So email us at the Muscle and Hustle podcast.
Nope.
You could
The Hustle and Muscle. Not
That's what I said.
No, you said Muscle and Hustle.
no, the Hustle and
No,
Muscle.
I'll play this back. I will
Okay.
play this back.
Email us at thehustleandmusclepodcast.com at gmail.com. Oh my goodness. I'm not even drunk, guys. Thehustleandmusclepodcast at gmail.com. I can read it and I'm saying it wrong. Email us questions for Jenna Geary. If you have questions for us that you want us to answer, shoot us an email and tune in next week. If you don't get an email out and you have questions, you can always shoot them into the chat and we'll get to them when we get to them. So that's it. We'll see you guys next time. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel.
The dog, when he walked over the cords, almost knocked the whole camera over.
Oh, he's so dumb. Come here. All right, come here. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
Say goodbye.
everybody.
Say goodbye. Bye. Have a good night, everybody.
Oh, let's end the broadcast, right?
End the
We have to end it, I think, ourselves.
broadcast. He's so excited. Wow, he's so
Echo,
excited.
end the broadcast.